Hey people, Jacob here at Sutherland Chevrolet in Nicholasville, Kentucky. I'm here today to show you our 2023 model GMC Sierra AT4. I'm gonna walk around the outside, go over the inside with you, point out anything that stands out, good or bad, and we'll kind of take it from there. So I haven't gotten to really look at this thing yet, but it looks like it just needs a really good bath and a detail. It is waiting on that right now. Those tires look new. This front wheel looks good. I'm not noticing any scuffs or anything. Let's see. Everything looks good on the mirror. Not noticing. Is that glue? Is that a scuff? It looks like that's coming off. I think it's glue. It's starting to rain here, which is lovely, so I may have to cut this video a little short. But I'm hoping I can look at it in time. Some glue here that we need to get off. So far, things look pretty good. Noticing a couple little micro scratches in the clear coat. It's going to happen with black. It's going to show every little thing under the sun. Got some little scratches down here. This should mostly all come off down here. It just needs to be cleaned. You do have some scratches here. I'm on that rocker panel there, so someone dragging something in and out of there, you know, kicking it when they were getting their foot in. I don't know, something like that. Here's, I guess, a good look at the rear seats here. It needs a little love back here, but it's not terribly dirty or anything, and seats look like they've only been gently used. I don't see any, you know, in leather, the car seats and things will put indentions in the leather, stretch it out a little bit. Doesn't look like that's happened here. There's your door panel on this driver's side. Again, a little dirty, but it should clean up well. Oh, didn't close that door quite well enough. And we got some little scratches here on the fuel door. Let's see here. Might be hard to see, might not pick up in the camera, but you've got scratches kind of going along here, you know. Something that maybe could buff out, maybe couldn't. You got one there. One of them I just rubbed that with my finger. It looks like it was just dirt. But let's see over here. See if that'll pick up. Trying to have the camera focus on it. It's not doing a very good job, but you got a couple scratches throughout here, a couple up here, a couple right there. Might, again, probably not going to pick up in the camera. They're really tiny, what I'm seeing here. You got a little dent, a little dimple right here. That'll definitely show up. Still, it's one of those things, if someone's standing back here, probably won't notice it. But as you get closer, you can see the little dimple, and it looks like something put two little scratches in it, whatever got it there. So everything else looks pretty good. You got a little bird down there. Tailgates are pretty common. You'll see on this cover here, you know, it's had some stuff drug across it and things and beat up and slammed on it. So pretty normal stuff there. But you got a bed liner. Let's bring this thing down and see what we can see. You have the multi-flex tailgate here, so it folds and does all kinds of things here. In fact, I guess I should try and open it up and show you that. So this part lowers down, and then, sorry, I'm having some trouble with my left shoulder, so I'm a little slow there, but I'll back away so you can kind of get the full picture. So it gives you a step to get up into the bed. Then you've got this guy here, again, having trouble with the left shoulder. And it'll, you know, bring out a little thing you can hold on to there. So you can get up into the bed like so. So it's nice, gives you a little easier access there, which is awesome, especially if you have any knee or lower back problems or anything like that. I really like the corner steps as well, because they make it easier too. But in my truck, I don't have any of those things, so I find it easiest to just step on the tire in my truck. Obviously, I wish my old truck had these steps and things, because it does make it easier. We'll go back to the, actually I probably need to fold this up and double check for any scratches or anything. So folding this up is a little janky, but that's kind of how I find the easiest to do it. And you know what? Here's the other thing. I gotta put that guy down so I can get the rest of the, because otherwise the tailgate interferes with it. So you got lights in the cab. I didn't even mention that, in the corners. And of course you got the cab light on the back of the cab. So, and you got a little spot right there. Didn't notice the first time, but something's tapped that and scraped it a little bit. But other than that, things look really good back here. Actually, much better than normal, surprisingly. Got a couple little scratches right there. I mean, I'm really surprised. Things usually get pretty beat up back here. So that's a really good sign. I'm happy with that. Let's see if I can notice anything over here. Looks pretty good on this side. You got some scratches right here. That should pick up in the camera, maybe. There we go, it's picking up good now. This is just some dirt. Some nasty water that's trickled down there, but it should clean up good. Everything looks good right here. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Losing my mind. Wheels and tires. So this wheel looks good. Let's go back and check that driver's side rear. It looks good. I just went right over it and didn't give you any kind of good look. I apologize about that. This isn't a very good video, but I'm trying, you know, I'm trying. Got some scratches and things up here. Scratches. Is that just dirt? That's just dirt. But I'll show you these guys again, because maybe it didn't show up good on the camera. You can kind of see in my reflection there. Everything else looks pretty. Wait, what am I seeing? A little scratch here, a bunch of little scratches up here. See, a lot of this stuff probably isn't showing up in the camera, which means it's minor, but it's there. You got some scratches here, those will show up in the camera. Maybe a cat or something, I don't know. Keys, if someone's, I don't know why someone would be messing with keys in this hand, but I don't know. It seems weird. Door handle's here, but got some scratches on the inside of the door handle. That's normal from nails or things like that. But nothing too big. The door looked fine other than that, you know. Not really noticing anything. We do have a bunch of scratches down here, like on that other side on the rear, from people getting in and out. And also some scratches on the steps I'm noticing here. We'll go back to that driver's side and see if it's got the same thing. I just don't know what people are doing that's scratching that all up like that. Must be their boots they're wearing or something. And then your front passenger side wheel looks really good. Let's see here. And the front looks surprisingly good too. So usually these get ate up, you know, they do these painted bumpers, which look awesome, give it this really sporty, aggressive appearance, you know, but it attracts rock chips. Where it's black, the rock chips show up white generally, or gray. So you got a couple there, but normally these things get peppered. So this is really good, and relatively for a black truck, it's really clean. Again, it needs a bath. You got what could be from bird, might come off, might not. A little spot right there. You got some more bird over here. It's starting to rain. But I think I'm doing pretty good on time, and I know this is probably a long video compared to what most people make, but yeah, I mean, you got a couple little rock chips, but it's pretty clean. I'm really surprised by that. And again, you got some rock chips on this side, but it's just little tiny ones, you know. There's nothing big, nothing crazy going on. This thing's a little bent, this front plate bracket, and that might bother somebody, but I mean, it's on there, and from here, you don't really notice it. But just being up on it like that, It's not completely flush, but it's okay. Yeah, the outside looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to the inside. Now, this vehicle needs to be detailed, and it's not terribly bad, but you can see a lot of this, you know, will come out. You got some dirt and debris down here. You got some dirt down here, but see, like on those other two, you know, you got the door back here with the rocker panel and the rocker panel on the passenger side. Scratches. Someone just beating the hell out of them. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. I'm gonna get into the driver side here. I'm gonna close this door with my bad shoulder and kind of show you the interior. But all in all, it'll clean up really good. You got a couple little spots like this that should be able to be cleaned up. But all in all, it looks really good. You know, all kinds of buttons, heated steering wheels, forward collision alert, your cruise controls right here. You do have paddle shifters, both you know, your next gear and your previous gear right here. You've also got buttons behind the steering wheel on both sides. So on this side, it'll turn the volume up and down, and then on the left side, it'll go through your different like pre-saved stations, you know, your memorized stations. Over here, you've got your four-wheel drive controller, your buttons right here, and then you've got your modes. So you can see as I switch that, it'll show up here to your normal and your off-road mode. You got your tow haul mode here, so you press that. Tow haul will come on right up here on your digital gauge cluster, so pretty nifty. Here you've got some lighting control, so you've got your interior lighting, your brightness right here. Right now during the day, use a sensor up on the dash to pick up that ambient light outside the vehicle and automatically change the interior brightness. So right now it won't do anything, but I promise at night those buttons actually work. This turns on your bed lamps. Actually, these turn on, I was wrong. This one turns on your mirror lamps. You have lights on the outside of the mirror, and this button turns on your bed lamps. So you'll see cargo lamps enabled. So I apologize about that. Your parking brake is over here. I almost missed that, but it's electronic. It's really nice because let's say you leave it on, like I've got it on, and you just decide, hey, I'm gonna start driving. I'm gonna put the vehicle in drive. I press on the gas. It lets off that brake automatically, and now we're moving forward. I'm gonna park again. Since I'm making a video, probably shouldn't be going forward, but it's pretty cool. You also have your, one thing I almost missed was your, why can't I think of it? It's fog lamps are right here as well. So just that button on the outside. So pretty cool. Up here, some things I missed, of course, your horn. This button brings up the voice assistant on your phone. It's like a little face from the side, then it's talking. It'll also answer phone calls. This button will hang up on phone calls and hang up on the voice assistant. And then you've got some controls here that allow you to see different information on the display. So oil life and filters and, you know, the speed that you're going, trip information, things like that. You've got a timer, your tire pressure, all that good stuff. So brake pad life even. So tons of toys to play with here. Obviously, this is the biggest one, the stereo. Shows you all kinds of different information. These vehicles do have built-in navigation, but it is technically subscription-based. So it uses, so they call the service Google built-in, you know, for these new infotainment systems. But in order to use the navigation, you need to pay OnStar. I think it's about $25 a month, but don't hold me to that. It could be closer to $29. It could be lower, closer to $20. To use that built-in navigation in the car, but that also gets you Wi-Fi in the vehicle. I can go in more detail over a phone call or in person, but I'll leave that alone for now. Of course, you got AM, FM, XM radio all here as well. Of course, XM is also a subscription-based service, but you do get 3 months for free. And then down here, you've got your push to start button here. So it's some of the Chevys, it's over here, but this is your push to start button. You've got your cooled seats, heated back and bottom, and then same thing for the passenger, cooled, heated back and bottom here. You got dual zone climate control, so you and another person, if there's another person in your passenger seat, can set it to different temperatures. So or the same. but it does have automatic. So generally what I like to do is set it to auto, leave it at 68, 69, and then I generally don't have to mess with it any more than that. It'll automatically, you know, reach for that temperature. You got a bunch of buttons down here. This is a lane change alert with lane keep assist. It turns that feature on and off. You've got parking sensors here. This button is for your auto stop start. That's a feature where the engine will shut off at stoplights and stop signs. If you don't like it, you can turn it off here. You've got this button will lower the tailgate, but it just lowers it, doesn't bring it back up. This button is for your hazards, of course. This button turns off your traction control, and then this button is your hill descent controller. You got some USB ports down here, a Type A and a Type C, little storage areas for different things. Your cell phone, wireless cell phone charger is hidden back here. So, you know, from this view, you're not going to see it, but it's nice. And when you open up the your storage area back here in your console, you have better access to it. You do have a little tray here, and then a deeper pocket there that needs to be cleaned out, and some USB ports there as well. You could probably fit, I don't know, say about 20 Twinkies, maybe even more than that if you really stuffed them in there. This is your integrated trailer brake. In case you would be trailering anything, you can use this to you know, manually close the brakes, and then this here will change the sensitivity or gain for that. Of course, cup holders. There's a set of keys there. I think that pretty much covers this area, at least briefly. You do have an upper pocket here for things, and that did not open. There we go. Let's try that again. That might be something we need to look at. Nope. Okay. It's opening, but not necessarily consistently. So, it takes a few tries. Down here, voila, you've got your books and things for the vehicle. Pretty standard stuff. Again, things seem to be detailed a little better here, but it'll all clean up very well. You do have this guy, which is interesting. It's a traditional mirror here. There you go. You see me kind of, but I close it and or flick it up, and you actually have they call it a rear view camera mirror. So there's a camera on the back of I think it's on the back of the cab if I remember correctly, and it gets projected up here on the mirror. It's actually really nice on the interstate. Some people say they find it disorienting, but I find that most customers get adjusted to it very quickly, and some people like me that stare at screens most of the day don't ever have an issue with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool technology. So if you've got something big, you know, up in your way here, you're trying to haul a Christmas tree or something in the cab for some reason, you would still be able to see what's going on behind you. So it's pretty nifty. You still, of course, if I put the vehicle in reverse, you've still got your backup camera here. You also have surround vision as well, so you can see things to the left and right of the vehicle. How it does that is it uses cameras under the mirrors and then a camera up under the in the grill. But you can see my hand waving there because I'm waving it underneath the mirrors. So pretty cool stuff, pretty cool technology, very useful in a larger vehicle like this. It's kind of priceless to me. So yeah, things look pretty good. I'm parked again now. Again, this was our 2023 GMC Sierra AT4. I hope this gives you, you know, kind of a better idea of what you're looking at here. If there's anything we can do, please let me know. Feel free to call me at 859-492-1137. Thank you and have a wonderful day.